Shouts out Howy T, man. Rest in peace to my guy. So he was actually hustling in the streets, taking his hustle money and putting it behind the music. And this is back in like '98. This is back when No Limit was doing their thing and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was really influenced by them dudes. Like, you know what I'm saying? No Limit, Rockefeller, and Cash Money and all. You know what I'm saying? Cash was really doing it on a major level. So Howie T was doing that. You know what I'm saying? He was taking his money and investing behind himself. Like, he had faith in himself. And I seen that, and that really motivated me. Cause I always been like, you know, like an entrepreneur, had an entrepreneur mind state, and been like, you know, a natural born leader. So I just feel like, let me start my own label. You know what I'm saying? Critical Records. Cause I'm one of them people to where like anybody that know me, you never seen me run up under anybody. Like I've never been like behind nobody, up under nobody. I really don't really do that too well. You know what I'm saying? I'm my own person, my own leader, my own man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna use my skills to the best of my ability. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just shortcutting myself. So I'm like, let me start Critical Records. So I started it. I had a couple artists. I had D-Ray already. That was my cousin. We grew up rapping together from kids. So he was already in the picture, no matter what. Like, so I got with him. Then I connected with some of the other guys in the neighborhood, and we started releasing music back then, 2001. And me and so the first album was me and G-Man and El Cheddar, Treyfo Village. So the big homie El Cheddar, shouts out El Cheddar, he came through, looked out.
Okay. How did you come up with the name Critical Records?
Cause I was just like, at the time I was just like, I gotta come up with like something catchy, something nice, and I'm just like, critical, you know, cause like life is critical, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, you got the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know what I'm saying, but I just feel like that was something real catchy, and I looked it up, and nobody had really had it in California, so I was just like, I'm gonna take that and run with that, definitely.
So would you ever change the name?
Nah, so everything I do is pretty much affiliated with that name, Critical. Like people associate me with that. Like it's a few other G-mans around, right? So I made sure I separated myself from any other person calling themselves G-man that's rapping, and I distinguished myself to G-man Critical. So it's Critical Records, Critical News, podcast, everything's critical. You know what I'm saying? So nah, we ain't changing that. I just actually incorporated the company to Critical Records Digital Distribution, LLC. So it's definitely, we stuck.
So Critical Records was born in 2001, right?
Officially. Yeah.
And so in 2001, how was the artistry? How was the industry, I should say?
The industry, yeah.
In regards to just like, you know, music that was coming out back then, and you know, how was the city moving things?
Yeah, back then, like, you know, it was a total different game, like, as far as, like, the distribution aspect. Now it's all digital, Spotify, Apple Music, and iTunes. Back then, you really had to sell some CDs. So we were selling out the trunk, and we also was going through distribution companies that would put our music around the country. So we were circulating in different hot markets around the country. We had some hot markets in the country and international also. So yeah, it was like slower, because you couldn't just go in the studio and do a song